Stone on Air coming up.
I'll go ahead and make sure you get another copy of that memo.
At StoneOnAir.com.
You can't help but get the comparisons, Rick Rushing, my guest here with his band, the Blues Strangers. I mean, you're a tall, thin, black man who plays the guitar. So, and blues at that. So plenty of people are going to, compare you to like a Jimi Hendrix or these days more contemporary would be like Gary Clark Jr. Just because you kind of look like him. I mean, I don't you get sick of hearing that maybe? I don't know.
Well, it's fun because I get in places when they say I'm Gary Clark Jr., LeBron James. So.
I say LeBron, you could
That's
not
me.
quite the build. He's a little bit wider, probably a little taller. But you don't realize that until you get right next to him. But we were talking the other day that you've even considered doing maybe doing like a tribute Hendrix kind of show. Have you ever done anything like that before?
Well, no, we
So like
haven't.
specifically?
Not specifically.
Because I've seen you at the market a few times when you've played plenty of Hendrix, and it's freaking killer. A lot of times people think, well, I've known a lot of musicians, and I used to be one more myself, where it's like, man, well, what about my stuff? Yeah, I can play Little Wing.
Right.
Anybody can play Little Wing if you practice hard enough.
Right.
I didn't know if that kind of stuff annoyed you or not.
Well, no, it doesn't. It's a compliment to be able to play that. But, at the same time, you have to focus on your own music, too, because Little Wing came from original places, too. So
Sure. We'll get right to it and wrap things up here in a minute. But speaking of writing songs and original stuff, how do you I'm always curious. People do it different ways. How do you approach that? I mean, is it just something humming in your head one day, and then you try to figure it out? Do you start with music? Do you start with riffs? Do you start with lyrics? How do you do it?
Yeah, I start with, a lot of times the music is first, and then that's when what you have to put to it, because you have to sing these songs every night or a couple times or maybe for the rest of your life. So
Sure. I mean, I've got
always
notebooks and notebooks of lyrics or not poetry, because I don't do poetry, but rhyming kind of thoughts. And like, one of these days I'm going to put together a riff that's going to go well with. Mm-hmm. And difference between me and somebody like you or somebody who does it even semi-professionally, you can probably, the turnaround on that's pretty quick. For me, it takes like 6 months. Hey, I finally finished a song. Yeah. Well, you're not going to go very far.
Sometimes you get locked up, man.
Oh, I know. I know. In anything, you can get a little block if you get too much into it.
February, I'm doing a songwriters challenge.
Oh, cool. Tell me about that.
It's a bunch of friends of mine, Kyle McKillop, I think Ryan Oyer.
Yeah, I love Ryan.
And we're just doing it, writing a song every day for the month of February.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So is that something that you just do? You're doing as a challenge to each other? Or is there some kind of? Is it formal to where then you get together and present those? Or I've heard of workshops like this before, but
well, they've done it a couple years, but I just got invited to try to do it just because it has to be original. It can't be anything that you've been working with before. So it's just more to get more original music.
Is it a little bit of an honor system on that? How do they know it's not been in your repertoire before or in your head for 6 years?
I think they're going to be watching.
Okay.
I
mean, if you played it before on stage, clearly you're giving yourself away.
That's true.
Yeah.
It is honor system,
I've heard of that. That is that sounds like a daunting task.
Yeah.
To sit down and to sit down and do whatever it is. Sit down and do a podcast every day. What do I talk about every single day?
Yeah.
Play a song every day. Make a painting every day.
Right.
So that sounds pretty cool. Look forward to talking to you more about how that goes. Anything else you want to get out there before we wrap it up and play one more tune?
Oh yeah, we'll be check us out on Facebook at Reverb Nation. Rick Rushing and the Blues Strangers. I got a bunch of cats I play with, great musicians.
All the social medias and everything out there.
All social medias, and what we got, we'll be at, I'll tell you later, Foundry this weekend, or in February, and we're ready to play some gigs, so hit me up. Thanks for watching. Support live music. That's what it's all about.
This is Rick Rushing. His band is the Blues Strangers, and this is a Stone on Air podcast live at Chattanooga Workspace. Recorded live to tape down at Chattanooga Workspace. It is Rick Rushing and the Blues Strangers.